This is how we first met. September of 2020, the year of the pandemic. Our first year wasn't at all what we wanted, but with the closure of schools, we were forced to be online. Little did we know back then that being online created one of the strongest groups we had ever been a part of. With our first year being all online, it made our second year much more special with it being in person. But there are some questions going into it. How would we get along? Would it be awkward? How will we break the ice? It was after a Blue Jays game that Jake and I had went to when we thought that this would be a perfect way to meet everyone instead of going into the classroom blind. About a week and a half later, on August 31st, 2021, 8 of us met at the GO station. We hopped on the train, had dinner, and watched the game. It was on that day when our connection first started. We laughed and smiled as we watched the Orioles beat the Jays. Sorry, Matthew. We got back on the train and waited until the first day of classes. How did you get the idea to go to the first Blue Jays game?
So fun fact about the Jays game, me and Aaron were on the GO train heading back from Toronto to Burlington after we met up at the Jays game. And we both thought, you know how cool it would be if we all met up at the Jays game? So sure enough, a couple weeks later, it went down.
A week later, we were starting classes. Now, normally, there's one thing that'll bring a group together. Something sad, something to be proud of. Well, this is ours.
You can't quite see. Algonquin sweater has it. Get the roll!
Although that was hilarious, that wasn't all. We worked on projects together, we went out together, we all ran successful tournaments and drop-in sessions. We worked hard together. It made our events everything we wanted it to be. We traveled to different places together. Tim Hortons Field, Budweiser Gardens, the WFCU Center, the Yod, and of course, the Rogers Center. We were interning for the Sarnia Sting, gaining great experience. We were unstoppable until COVID had made its return. We were back online. We had had it all, but we were faced with yet another setback. Or was it? During those 2 months, we came together even more. We laughed as Justin taught class from his outdoor skating rink.
Welcome to special events.
We even utilized the great outdoors ourselves to get together. We sled and played some outdoor hockey. Then we were back being together in the classroom once again. The year went on and more memories were made as we went to Kitchener, Windsor, and yet another Jays game. We went our own ways for the summer, but it doesn't mean we'd stop working. Kira was working with the Hamilton Tiger Cats and the Forge FC as a game day staff. By the time the summer was done, we were recharged and ready for our third and final year. Year 3 offered some of the greatest challenges of all. Right off the bat, pun intended, we all got into a van and went off to Algonquin, in what was certainly an adventure. We started off with a beautiful day to paddle, and then it switched to what was one of the most physically challenging things I think most of us have ever faced. Some people might have quit and given up. I know some of us were close, especially me. And of course, we got through it and made memories of a lifetime. We all knew how to lift each other up, unless you were Mac in a canoe, taking a video as Jake was struggling to paddle. But to get to the other point, whether if it was Will cracking a joke,
you can get them for $30.99, $39.99.
No plus tax?
No, we don't believe in tax on my site.
Oh, okay, cool.
or us going stargazing under the beautiful Algonquin sky, it is safe to say we couldn't have had a better start to the year as a group. Once back, we put our focus into a special project, the All-Star Basketball Game. The All-Star Basketball Game was meant to give others an opportunity to feel what it is like to be a varsity athlete for the day. We put in hours of work and preparation to make it as special as possible, and it went perfect. Laughs were shared, smiles were shown, high fives were given. We got this really hilarious picture of Colton trying to play basketball, but to get back to the point, we did that as a group, and it is now an event that could happen annually. But we weren't done after that. We had the Jamboree, our biggest task yet, and it started on the drawing board. This took a lot of time and patience. We had our first sponsor, then our bid presentation. Next thing you know, our Jamboree is sold out. We designed and ordered mini sticks and t-shirts, packed our goodie bags, then the day was here. We prepped the locker rooms, got all the name tags up, then the little skaters hit the ice. Team after team went through the doors and we were left with compliments. Very organized. Great job. We loved the nameplates. Local journalist Tara Jeffrey gave us the best compliment we could have ever gotten. The best jamboree ever. And we can't forget our trip to Toronto when we toured the Rogers Centre and the Scotiabank Arena. And then to put cherry on top, Mitch Marner scored an absolute beauty in overtime to end one of the best days of our life. Through all the schoolwork and projects, we've always had time to come together and have a great time. From the casino in Niagara Falls, the countless games we've been to the Chuck's late night dinners for half-price apps just across the street, some of the best nights were simply just being together on a random Tuesday, enjoying each other's company. We've always had each other's backs. Through the failures, adversity, we've always picked each other up. And of course, we have celebrated the success in the classroom, on the field.
Out. Hit to right field for a diving catch.
Attaboy.
Attaboy, Aaron. Run, buddy. Nice.
On the court and outside of school. We are all off to bigger and better things. Matt with the Blue Jays.
This is Matt Brown, take 3.
My favorite memory from my 3 years here would be being named class dad by my lifelong friends. Yeah, I guess I've lived up to the hype, so.
Ellen at Mitchell Golf Course. Mac at East Park as a supervisor.
My favorite memory is our Toronto trip and just all the memories that we made throughout our 3 years.
My favorite memory is going on the Algonquin trip with my friends in Sport and Rec.
Shayna with the IAHF.
My favorite memory is our trip to Niagara Falls.
Kira and myself with the Tie Cats in the Forge.
My favorite memory was at the Toronto trip when we all went to Denny's for breakfast together as a group.
This is Aaron, take 7,893.
My favorite memory is all the different road trips we went on.
Lily with Super Ninja.
Okay, my favorite memory was when Justin hosted one of our team's meeting on his backyard rink, and we made it on the news.
Colton as a scout and farmer.
This is Colton Quip, take 2. My favorite memory is definitely chili with the boys at Tim Hortons.
Will with working with a financial firm.
We just go to take
This is William, take 3.
My favorite memory from the past 3 years is conversing with my fellow academical weapons.
And Jake, who's coming back to change the culture of the esports program and bring everything that is great here to there.
My favorite memory is the past 3 years that we've all done stuff together. So anything from going out to Chuck's for half-price apps, all the road trips we've done, and really anything we've just worked on over the course of the 3 years.
So my favorite moment is when a group of us went to the men's baseball game and they got their first ever win.
As we go our separate ways, I know each and every one of us will work hard and do great. I am so proud of all we accomplished together over the past 3 years. We've changed the culture and raised the bar. We've been through it, all the ups and downs, but I know all we can think of right now is all the good.
It is hard to conclude this, as I don't want it to end, but as we always hear, all good things must come to an end. So before I drag this on too long, I'll miss you all so much. I know our paths will cross again, and don't forget, ELE, everybody love everybody.
Yeah, that's good.